Hey folks, Mark here from Artsy Crawling and Aviation. Excuse me, I got my own channel name backwards. Take two. This is Mark here from Artsy Aviation and Crawling, and what we're looking at is my new Maule, and doing the first test of after having installed her FPV system. There she is, the magnificent Maule. There's the mobile RC hangar in the crawler garage, ground station. This is the setup. I'm using a focusing, yes, AKK model KC04 5.8 gig 600 milliwatt FPV setup. That's what I'm using. Comes with these instructions. There's the box with the ground station, all of which are fantastic. Yep. So there we go. I'm gonna get the glare off of here. How can I get the glare off of it? I can move. There you go. That's pretty good right there, folks. Don't you think? Oh, it's gonna be a sweet view. All right. Next step. Oh, next step actually is I got everything installed. Oh, let me show you. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna show it to you. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this. Oh, that's gonna look so cool. Oh boy. Okay, so go ahead and turn this off here because she's almost out of battery power here. She's low. So turn that off. Now move these things to the side so I don't step on any of them, and put the lens cap on the camera. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on that because I don't want to move it. I've got it positioned exactly perfect, and I want to make sure it's gonna stay that way before I touch it. Okay, so let me show you my little setup here. All right, it just involves Velcro, and then I got white to match the underside of the plane. And then, how am I going to do this? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I have to set the phone down here for a second, ladies and gents. By the way, here's my floats. And got painted white underneath. Woo-hoo. I think that's going to be sweet. Anyway, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to set the phone for a second here. Move these things out of the way. Oh boy, so my first flight with the FPV system on this bird will not be FPV per se, it'll be line of sight. But I'll be periodically looking at the monitor to see what I'm getting. So let's see if I can balance this here for a second. Let's do it over here this way. Keep it stay for a second. Another low budget production. Okay. All right. Now let me. What am I trying to do right now? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to pick up the plane. All right, pick up the phone again, but I didn't stop the video. All right, there we go. All right, so focusing, yeah, focusing. All right, so here's what we got. We got my camera here, and this is everything that comes in that KC04 setup. There's the camera right there. It's focusable. So first you install it. I've got this mounting so it pivots. I can turn or spin or pivot the camera. Camera right or camera left. I can also pivot it up and down. And then I took that little mount right here and I went ahead and attached that to a double thickness of balsa. And the balsa has Velcro on it, and then you can barely see it, which is what I wanted. There's Velcro on the underside of the horizontal stabilizer. So that makes the camera mount really solid. I can adjust it at any time, side to side, up or down. It's discreet because it's painted the same color. The mount is. I left the camera back black because it looks cool. And again, focusable camera. So the first thing I did after I powered up, here's a funny story. It took me a couple minutes to figure out why the FPV system wasn't working. I had forgotten to remove the lens cap. Seriously, I need another copy. Anyway, once I figured that out, then it was cool. So I tested the system, and the first thing I did when I turned it on was I went ahead and focused. Used the knurled knob here to focus the lens, and I went ahead and pointed the camera where I could see the trees were in the distance, and I focused the camera to be sharp on the distance, because mostly what we're looking at is on the ground far away from the plane, so to be sharply focused on the distance. And then I backed up on that a tiny bit, which kept it still sharply focused, but also had my airplane sharply in focus too. So camera's there. I got to clip these zip ties here, they're still sticking out, but I got a camera here Velcroed on. I can remove that little platform, that little white platform, anytime. And then you can see I've run my wires up along the horizontal stabilizer strut. and I'm gonna get some white vinyl electrical tape that's weatherproof, and I'm gonna really neatly cover those wires on the white horizontal stabilizer strut with that white tape so it'll blend in perfectly. I did the same thing on the Maule here once, on my previous Maule rather, once. So okay, and then the wiring goes up to here and along the strut. Yeah, the wiring goes along the strut up there. There's my connection for the camera. I'm gonna paint that white. It'll blend in. I'm gonna paint all the wiring white. Okay, and then whoops. Okay, and then actually let me set this down for a second. Whoa. Let me just adjust this a little bit here. There we go. All right. So anyway, oh, there we go. So and then there's the transmitter right there. Yeah, and I've got the heat sink on the outside. Now, if I had put the Velcro here and then turned it over and stuck it to the plane, that way I'd be putting the heat sink up against the thick styrofoam, and that wouldn't there would be no cooling air flowing over that heat sink to keep the transmitter cool. So I did it the way you see it here. I can still access my switches. There's my antenna. I'm using a polarized antenna, like on my beloved Carbon Cub S2. And then this is the cool part. This is the cool part. See the battery? The battery fits inside the rear hatch, which is where the receiver is. The battery is in there, and so we just got the wires coming out of there neatly. See? And for nice scalishness, I've got this laying up close to the fuselage. I don't think it'll affect my signal, but I will find out. So let's see if I can put this plane back over. Well, I'm not going to see if I can. We're going to go ahead and do it. All right, here we go, folks. Oh boy. All right, let's see if I can figure out how to do this safely for the airplane. Whoa. Okay, not going to do that again. All right. So there we go. All right. Okay, so yep, there it is. Bumped my aileron. Man, I did my second flight of this plane ever. I did my maiden, and then yesterday I did the second flight, and I got everything. After everything was perfectly trimmed. What a dream! What a dream to fly this. Anyway, so here we go. Yeah. So let's look at this over here. Yeah. So from over, so I'm just what I'm trying to do now is just show the antenna has a pretty low profile where it is as far as visually. You know, it's not very visual. When you're flying, you're never going to notice it. I guess that's my point. And even if you do, it looks cool, in my opinion. Yeah, so there's the side view of the setup. Let's get closer. Now you can see my battery wires hanging down a little bit center screen, but I'll have that where it's right up against the fuse. I can put the antenna up more, to, which I don't think will affect the signal, have it really right up against the fuse. Something like that. I think I need a little bit more Velcro in there. I do, but I can have it be lower like that, you know, or a little bit lower like that. So I think I'll go ahead and snug it up, and if I need to lower it, I can do it. But yeah, so you don't really see the FPV stuff that much. Blends in, of course, in the air, you just really don't, which I like. See, camera's on the underside of the port side of the horizontal stabilizer there. You don't see much there. You know, it's pretty cool, pretty discreet. I think it's great. Again, when it's in the air, you don't see any of that. So. Yeah. What a super duper airplane is this? See the system in the back there. Yeah, zoom in on that. See? There's the antenna there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do my weight and balance next. That's it. Weight and balance next. All right, but that's all I want to do is just show the system I was installing on this Maule, same as my Carbon Cub S2 system, and how I was doing the install, which is a pretty subtle, low profile visually, I think, but high performance. And yeah, all right then. Gonna do my weight and balance, and then she'll be ready to fly with FPV, and I'll leave the camera on her. I'll leave the FPV, like my Carbon Cub, I'll leave the FPV system on this bird all the time, even if I fly in line of sight, you know, because it's always there just ready to go. And then if I want to fly FPV, all I do is just bring the monitor and plug in the battery, and off we go. Hi folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your content, all your excellent advice, suggestions, feedback, and yeah, just enjoy all y'all friends from all over the world. All y'all pilots are my friends wherever you are in the world, and no matter where you are in the world, all of us RC pilots are brothers and sisters. Yes, yes, in the air and on the ground. Mark at RC Aviation and Crawling signing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.